Today we're going to talk about care of the head and ear, nose, and throat. My name is John Immel. I'm the director of Joyful Belly. This is what I look like. It's important to study the head because your head could be injured. Your head is constantly exposed to weather, pollution, and bacteria. It contains delicate, fragile sense organs like the eyes and the ears. Diseases are common in this area of the body. It's a frequent reason why people go to the doctors. There's lots of different medications for your head. Everything from decongestants to anti-allergy medicines. When people have the flu or a cold or sinus infections, earaches, ear infections, swollen lymph nodes. There's lots of different problems that can happen with the various different organs of the head. So important area of study, and you'll be providing relief for your clients in this area frequently. In this presentation today, we're going to learn about the head, including a bit about the lymphatic system, by the way, as we talk about the neck. We'll learn about the ear, the nose, the throat, etc., going step by step through some of the anatomy of those areas, the importance of those areas, some pathogenesis, and some treatments, Ayurvedic perspective on treatments for that area. Your head is exposed to the weather, which we mentioned, extreme cold or extreme heat, and various tissues are sensitive to some of these temperatures. Like your sinuses are sensitive to cold, damp weather. Cold in particular shuts down circulation to the sinuses, which makes them vulnerable to bacteria. Your immune system's in your blood, so poor circulation equals bacteria having a party in your sinuses and causing an infection. Your ears are also very sensitive to the cold, and you have to be careful with them. Here in this picture, we see somebody that's covered up their ears with a nice little hat. The eyes, on the other hand, are sensitive to heat, right? You can't win. If it's too hot or too cold, something's going to suffer, right? So you have to be cautious with too much exposure to heat for the eyes. One of the things that's important to remember is that a lot of heat leaves the body through the head. And so proper care for your head can prevent heat loss. Vata, Pitta, and Kapha can go out of balance in your head and in the mind. Vata with lightheartedness and anxiety. Dryness in the nasal passages. And ringing in the ears. Dryness in the eyes. Pitta with sinus infections and headaches, overthinking, eye tension, jaw tension. Kapha with congestion, memory loss or lack of taste. These Kapha ones I'm a little suspicious of here. Kapha generally has good memory and really good taste. And so memory loss and lack of taste is more properly placed under a Vata disorder. So Kapha disorders are more like mental sluggishness and excess food cravings. So this slide needs to be updated. Anatomy of the head. There's a picture of the skull. You notice that it's not just one bone. There's many different bones. The skull is also called the cranium. It's part of your skeleton. It supports your face, and the most important role of the skull is to protect your head from injury. There are 22 bones in the skull. Most of them are immobile. There's only one bone that's mobile, which is your lower jaw. And so if you want, you can pause on this slide and take a look at some of the various different components of the skull anatomy. And here we see a profile. Notice we've got this little area where the ear can insert into the brain. The nerves from the ear come in and out. It's really a incredible design. Your skull serves that function of protection, and that doesn't mean that it can always do its job. My wife, Natalie, crashed into a tree while skiing once. She only broke her collarbone. Thankfully, she didn't break her head, but your skull can get crushed in a car crash or by skiing, biking without a helmet, etc. Let's talk about general treatment of the head. So, one of the most important therapies in Ayurveda is Shirodhara. And well, we're going to talk about Shirodhara in just a little bit. This is head massage, Shiro abhyanga. Okay, I got a little confused for a second there. Shiro abhyanga, it refers to head massage using herbal oils. And the benefits of that are obviously pacifying vata, that it's going to be very relaxing to massage the head, promoting sound sleep. It can help stimulate circulation to the hair. It can refresh your brain, relieve dryness on the scalp. It can help build healthy ojas. Just oiling your body in general helps build ojas. So, relieving tension, stiffness, even preventing a headache. It can help with different nervous system disorders like lazy eye or twitching or even stuttering. Just that relaxing quality can help, and oil nourishes the nervous system. Massaging can help even with inner ear issues. But don't massage the head with oils if you have a sinus infection or congestion. If you have a high fever or indigestion, you can still do a dry massage in those cases. How do you massage the face and neck particularly? Well, refer out to a massage therapist if your client needs that. You can also refer out to a chiropractor who can do neck adjustments. You can do a self-massage. You can look at some of the marma points on the head. Your face is full of nerves, so there's lots of marma points on the face, head, and neck. So, yeah, we talked a little bit about that already. It can help break up stagnation. Massaging the head can help break up stagnation and congestion as well in the sinuses. Great. Shirodhara. I mentioned it a few minutes ago. Shirodhara is an important treatment in Ayurveda that's unique to Ayurveda, kind of a fascinating treatment. And here you see the warm oil being poured on the forehead of this individual. It's a very relaxing treatment. So the person lies on their back. The warm oil is poured continuously on the forehead, usually between the eyebrows, in the area that's sometimes called the third eye. Now you see here, this oil is not actually landing on that spot, but a little bit above it. The oil is collected in a container beneath the treatment table and actually then recycled back up so that the oil is just continuously flowing on the head. And the particular Shirodhara oil that's used can vary by dosha, but generally sesame is used. And Shirodhara is primarily beneficial for Vata and Pitta dosha. Here's another picture. And the general benefits there are also stress reduction, reducing of tension, insomnia or anxiety, even ringing in the ear. Depending upon the herbs and medicines that are put in the Shirodhara, it may be able to clear the ear or the sinuses or help with headaches or neck pain, because the oil is really coming into contact with all those structures. Obviously, don't do that, Shirodhara, if you have open wounds or cuts on the head, or a rash or sunburn, or you're in third trimester pregnancy, because that forces you to lie down on your back too long, or if you have fever, nausea, or vomiting. So that's Shirodhara, a fascinating treatment in Ayurveda.